That tall, gangly thing?
The Teamfight Tactics North American Regional Finals are going to be coming up this weekend, September 4th and 5th. In it, 16 of the best North American players are going to be vying for one of 3 spots to represent NA at the TFT World Championship this October. In this video, I want to give you guys my prediction on which 3 players I believe will punch their ticket to Worlds with the top 3 finish. Now, as a little disclaimer, there's an argument for every single one of the players in this tournament to be able to place top 3. However, I believe there is a stronger argument for the 3 players that I've selected to be able to place top 3 and make it to Worlds. And while nothing is ever for sure in TFT, I have a lot of faith in the players that I've chosen. So let's get started with number 3. I'm going to kick off this list with Delicious Milk. Delicious Milk has some of the most impressive solo queue stats with a 65% top 4 rate and a 21% win rate. And while there isn't a ton of tournament data to go off of, he did have a top 3 finish at a Challenger series and placed 5th with Becca at the Dragonslayer series. In week 2 of GSS, he had the single highest performance for an individual by going 1-3-2-2 to score 33 points in just 4 games. Now, I've heard whispers of maybe Milk not tryharding for this tournament, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to assume that he's going to show up on the day, and if he does, there is a strong chance that he places top 3. Number 2 on my list is going to Robin Songs. In a game of variance like TFT, Robin has shown time and time again that he has the mental fortitude to show up in tournament. He placed 5th at the Nightbringer Cup, 2nd at the mid-set finale, and won the Dragonslayer series with Ramblin'. He has succeeded in every event size and format possible in TFT and also has impressive solo queue stats to back it up. He ranks 3rd among all competing players in top 4 rate, and when you couple that with information like his successful tournament runs in set 4 and 4.5, Robin may be one of the most consistent players at this tournament. He's looked good this patch, he can play a wide array of comps, and seems to be comfortable playing in any environment. For these reasons, I believe that Robin is going to place top 3. Now, I think for my final pick, it may come as a surprise to some people. This player doesn't have as impressive solo queue stats as some of the other players in the tournament. However, they have an approach to the game that has shown to succeed in the past. My number 1 pick is Pokygom. Pokygom was the winner of the very first Challenger series in set 5, taking the event over 9 other competitors from regionals. It's important to note that because no other player in this tournament has a tournament victory over as many people as Pokygom does. And while he didn't have a great performance at mid-set finale, placing 14th, he did bounce back at the Dragonslayer series as the 4th highest individual scorer in the tournament. Compared to the field, Pokygom is a more experimental player, and even watching his streams of his preparation for regionals, you'll find that he's a little bit more willing to limit test in solo queue than the other players are. In the Set 4 World Championships, we saw Ramkev take this similar approach and actually carry NA to a top 8 performance at Worlds. This year, I believe that Pokygom is going to carry that torch and place top 3 to make it to Worlds and represent NA. Now, I also want to give 3 honorable mentions in this video. I won't go as in-depth with them, but I want to give a quick explanation for each. My 3 honorable mentions are Mismatched Socks, Nubowl, and Spencer. If we're just looking at skill in a vacuum, Mismatched Socks is my pick probably 9 times out of 10. But I also know that for this tournament, Socks has not been able to prepare as much as some other players that are going to be competing. Because of that, it may not be as likely that Socks comes to this tournament in top shape. Although it's very possible that Socks' raw skill just carries him to a top 3 finish, which is why I included him in my honorable mentions. Now, Spencer was actually on my list originally, but I opted to put Milk in over him at the last second. People often think of Spencer as this 1st or 8th player, but if you look at the stats, you'll actually find that he has some of the most consistent tournament results of any players competing. Spencer has placed top 3 in every single tournament that he's competed in set 5 and 5.5, and was the 2nd highest individual scorer at the Dragonslayer series. Honestly, I hope that Spencer does prove me wrong, because if he does make it to Worlds and represent NA, he will be one of the most fun players to watch at the World Championships. And finally, I want to talk about Nubowl. Now, Nubowl has been recognized for a very long time as one of, if not the best TFT player on the North American ladder. However, he just doesn't have the tournament results to back it up. Maybe it's low roll, maybe it's nerves, I'm not exactly sure and I can only speculate. But what I can tell you is that if Nubowl hits the right rolls and plays with the confidence he has on ladder, he will without a doubt be representing North America. While I don't necessarily expect him to place top 3 at this event, I really do hope that this is the breakout tournament that Nubowl deserves. And those are my predictions for the top 3 players that I believe are going to be representing North America at the TFT World Championships coming up in this October. If you guys have different picks, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear who you think is going to be representing NA and why you think that. Make sure you tune into the stream on September 4th and 5th. I'm going to drop a link in the description to how you can watch that event live. To all the players, good luck this weekend. I can't wait to watch the show. It's going to be a really fun event to watch. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.